I believe that Hummingbird charities aim to put in place more infrastructure and more facilities that can help young people and the elderly to become more engaged in sports because of what sports really is. A method of building health. It's a method of building community, more social communities. It is a method of helping children to be healthier so that they do better at their education. For me, the idea of helping to build discipline in the society, particularly among our young people, is also a very great one, because in sports there are rules, there's coaching, there's quite a bit that is done in order to help young people to become more focused on their achievements, to work hard in order to overcome and to be real success stories for the future. It also helps the young people to know that their potential to achieve is really one that is recognized by the wider community. Sports is becoming such a sophisticated area of activity that you do need the necessary infrastructure. For example, take swimming. You find that building pools are pretty expensive because it's not just building but maintaining them. You need proper fields that are pretty much in keeping with international standards for our young people to succeed in sports. I believe that the infrastructure will help to benefit not only the school's sports program, but the school's performance at an education level. Because the more you have, again, structured programs in sports that build discipline, that show young people that they can win scholarships for further studies through sports. All of this, I believe, will be very helpful. It will help also to enhance the community, because the sports is really a community event. When you have the sports activity, you see the thousands of people from across the community that come to participate. So of course, I want to go out to wherever the outdoor games are happening to see, the performances and who are the winners and things of that nature. Building a more integrated and participative community is something I think that can be achieved by improving the infrastructure. Because at the heart of sports is people, whether it's young people or elderly people, persons of disabilities who are now in sports and are getting high recognition and are seeing that despite their disabilities, they can become involved. They can achieve, they can win gold medals. This is a great thing. Many of the diseases in Jamaica are more related to lifestyle diseases, having to do with the lack of exercise, the lack of proper diets and things of that nature. So bringing all of this into sports is something I believe that serves well at all levels, both in terms of health and in terms of education. You cannot separate your sports program from your health program. As long as you're doing sports, you are supporting health. As long as you're doing sports, you're supporting education. As long as you're supporting sports, you're supporting community development. I really feel that, without having sports activities as part of your life, you miss out on a great deal. I want to encourage more activities along this line, and I really admire the whole initiative of the Hummingbird charity to do this. In a holistic way, it is really one of the greatest moves that can be made for national development, helping for education purposes and helping for health purposes. This is a very great initiative, again, that will complement the efforts of the government of Jamaica to really get young people to become more focused and to get them to be more involved in the kind of activities that will help them not only to expel the great energy they have, but to build better bodies. Many of the community centers from which young people, where they play their games, football and other forms of sports, are assisted by the diaspora, whether it is by way of sports equipment or it is by way of helping to improve the facilities for sports. There's more effort to structure the sports facilities so that more and more young people can become involved. I believe that not only by way of support in finances, but also by way of just volunteers that can actually spend some time in Jamaica, persons with expertise overseas to come and help. Of course, there's also the idea of subscribing to the programs, the sports programs in Jamaica in one way or another, whether by way of donation or by way of helping to build the network that we need in order to support our young people. You know, at a very young age, I played a little bit of cricket, tried to see if I could kick a few balls, but I really never did get around to being deeply involved in outdoor sports activities. I think I did better at indoor sports activities. In fact, I tell you that just by doing even the indoor sports, such as chess, such as what we call draft games, it helps you in your thinking. It helps you Scrabble. It helps you in your educational development. I find that many of the students who perform well at school are those who are able to exercise their thinking in these kind of board games and so on. My sports, I must admit, regrettably, that my life in sports has not been one that I can show any medals for. It's certainly unfortunate in that case. But I have done some badminton. I'm not all that bad. I met Daniel, who is the key person behind this whole initiative. He himself is a sports high achiever, and he was so passionate about doing something for Jamaica, and I wanted to encourage him. Living in London, having this remarkable achievement, and then this passion behind getting something done. Today, I'm really proud to know that he has already begun some work in Jamaica. I want to congratulate the HummingBird charity for taking on this initiative, and I wish you success in all of your efforts. I really believe with his vision, his passion, I saw much of his dreams on paper at the beginning, and I thought, here's a young man with a mission, and I really believe that HummingBird Sports is going a good distance.